Alright, the 95th Academy Awards is done with, and the winners were announced. And as usual, when somebody takes their Oscar in their hand, the winner, you'll always hear statements like, never give up on your dream, never let anyone tell you what you can or can't do, never give up. They'll always tell, follow your dreams, follow your passion. They'll give you something inspirational. And the next thing you know is everyone gives a standing ovation, and then obviously this video is shared and circulated on Facebook or shorts or reels or in WhatsApp groups. Now it sounds nice when you hear something like this. It's always a feel-good story, feel-good moment. But now, let me ask you. Let's say a guy is trying to win a world championship in boxing. He starts at the age of, 5 to train himself. Then he reaches the age of 15. Then finally he starts going to competitions. 20, he tries, he fails. Tries all the way till age of 30, he does not succeed. 40, he does not succeed. 50, until the age of 50, he's trying boxing. He doesn't succeed to win a world championship. So now what age will you tell him, say, listen, it's better to give up on the dream? At 60? Or maybe 70? Let's say someone who's 90 years old, 90, they want to try in the Olympics. Maybe we'll say, hey, Loy, you're exaggerating too much. Okay, fine, someone who's in his 40s wants to try the Olympics. Not possible, right? Or NBA, he wants to be an NBA superstar. Let's say someone from India or Syria wants to be in the NBA. Will you tell them, never give up on your dream? Now you'll say, oh yeah, that depends. Okay, about you who's watching, what is your dream? What do you want to achieve? Now you might have a dream and you'll say, yeah, I believe one day I will achieve, one day. Now that's hope for the future. If you look around, you'll see people who are 40, 50 years old. Ask them, speak to them. Many a times I get people who tell me, Loy, you're so negative, man, you're full of negativity. What you call negativity, I call practicality. Because I speak to a lot of people who are in their 50s, 60s. I have these mature conversations where I sit down with them and talk to them. And I ask them, why you were not able to achieve your dream? Or what was your dream and why didn't you achieve it? I ask them what are the challenges that they faced. I ask them what are the problems they went through. And when you get insight, the wisdom that comes from real life, you begin to ponder about it and think. On one hand, you have these people who are holding the Oscar and giving you these wonderful speeches. But then when you speak to people around you, the hundreds, the thousands of them over the years, you'll realize that for every one person who has won his dream or achieved their dream, female or male, there are countless people, millions and billions who have not achieved their dream. So now obviously the question is, so is it better not to have a dream? Or should you have a dream? Or is it any point? The answer is, you should have a dream, yes, but it should be time bound. You should be practical, you should be realistic, and you should constantly evaluate and gauge yourself. I mean, the best example I can give you is, If I want to lose 12 kilos in 1 year, 12 kilos, that means 1 kilo per month, or that means 250 grams per week. Then if you divide 250 grams per week, you'll get every 7 days, maybe you'll have to lose 30 grams of body weight. So when you calculate that over the period of 365 days, you will reach 12 kilos. So that is a very practical way of evaluating your goal. Let's say you want to achieve, I'm giving you a rough figure, $12,000 savings for in a year. You want to save that. So it's saving $1,000 per month, or it is $250 per week. And once again, when you further divide it, maybe it'll come to $30 per day. $30 per day, 365 days, you'll cross the 12,000 mark. So when we use logic and common sense in saving money, in losing weight, even if you talk of being a marathon runner, you want to cross 42 kilometers. Let's say you want to become a marathon runner in 1 year. So that's 42 kilometers in 1 year. So that means in 6 months, you should be able to run 21 kilometers, half. So if in 6 months, if you can run 21, that means in 3 months, you should run 10 kilometers. Okay. So that means in 1 month, you should run at least 3. So you break it down, no? So when we are practical about, when we are practical and realistic about running, money and performance and weight, don't you think we should do the same where our careers are concerned? Now, I agree there is an element called luck. You don't know when you'll get the, opportunity. True, I agree with you. Like most of these actors, I would say it was a combination of luck, right movie, right time, right face. Maybe today you can say because there's so much of emphasis on diversity that they chose diverse, people from diverse backgrounds. Had it been maybe 10 or 15 or 20 years ago, they wouldn't have. There's always the case of right time, right place, right everything. Like for example, if you had started a YouTube channel when it just started, you would have, had millions of subscribers. Or if you invested in Bitcoin when it just started. But that is an anomaly. That is a rare occurrence. That is luck. And you cannot call luck as a standard rule for everyone. Just because you won a lottery ticket doesn't mean that everybody will win a lottery ticket, right? So in the same way, having your dreams and this and that is all fine, but you need to be practical and realistic. But now comes the extreme end. When is the right time to quit and should you quit? Okay. See, like I told you, the examples I gave you, if someone is 90 years old and they say, I want to try the Olympics, you'll laugh. In fact, if someone in their 40s says, I want to try the Olympics, you'll laugh. Because the right age to start training for the Olympics is maybe 5 years old. So you start from there, you put 10, 20 years of practice or 15 years or say minimum 10. And then you start with local level, state level, regional level, national level, then inter-regional level or international level. You go step by step. And that is where you have a chance. But now if you are not able to cross state level, no matter how old you are, at some point you have to call it quits, right? See, I see a lot of these ultimate fighting championships. I see the reality shows where they share a glimpse into the lives of these fighters. Each fighter, before he goes to fight, he says, I worked for this for 10 years, 15 years of my life, blood, sweat, and tears. I trained with the best of the best. And I am not going to give up. And before the fight, they are exuding confidence. Oh, they have incredible confidence. They believe they will win with their heart and soul. They are ready, like in their own words, they say, I'm ready to die in that ring. So everyone is ready and everyone believes in themselves. But when two fighters go into that cage, both of them believe they are destined to win. Both of them have an amazing track record. Both of them have wonderful coaches. Both of them struggled 10, 15 years. Both of them gave everything, blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice. But now after the fight starts, after 15 minutes or 20 minutes of fighting, only one can be declared the winner, right? So one will win and move forward to the next round, while the other guy loses. He loses the opportunity and finished. He loses his chance. So now, I watch the videos and then I see what do they say after they have lost. When the interviewer asks them, or when they ask to speak in front of the camera that is kept in front of them, he's saying, this is just a stumbling block. I'm never going to give up. However, if they are in their 30s and 40s, they say, this was the last time that I could do it. I don't think I can carry on anymore. My body is not supporting me. I'm no longer a young guy. I have other expenses. And so you see people, before they were super confident, but after the fight, finished. And given the fact that I followed UFC for so many years, I think 10, 12 years, whatever, and plus I have the videos of, when they were fighting in younger days. When you see the confidence that they had, when you see them in their younger phase, when you see them go through life, and finally now when you see them when they are in their 50s and all that, some achieve, most don't achieve. There are so many fighters who believed they were destined to achieve greatness, but today they are retired. In fact, check Olympic runners. You only remember the gold medalists, right? You don't remember anyone. You only remember the Oscar award winners. You don't remember the nominees. So same thing about life now. See, when I was young, I had dreams of millions, billions and all that. But over time, I had to change my goals. I had to be realistic. And I came down to being practical. What I can or cannot achieve. Yes, there are thousands of books and thousands of DVDs and MP3s and podcasts and success stories. But that person is not me. That person has not gone through my experiences. He doesn't know, like, I'm in a different world from him. He and I have different opportunities, different threats, different risks, different problems, different challenges. So how can I make his story my story? It's like me saying, you're same like that other person. Why did he achieve? Be like, no, man. Different parents, different friends, different so many factors. So my underlining message to you through this video is simply this. See, have dreams. Work towards it. Give your 100%. But be realistic. Give yourself a time frame. Dedicate time, money, effort, resources, whether it's a coach or a team or migrating to a new place or whatever. And tell yourself, okay, I'm going to dedicate this 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 years. And this is the game plan. This is the, targets I need to achieve, the landmarks. And I will not stop till this particular, moment. And at some point you need to say, when you come closer and closer to the deadline, you need to call it quits, yeah? Like, for example, I had this client who wanted to be a, what do you call that? Angels. Those angels who, females who are showing the lingerie, Victoria's Secret angel. She wanted to be that. I've given this example before. The only problem is she was in her 40s and she was an Indian passport holder and she was living in the Middle East. She had hardly gone to United States, maybe once for a visit. So if you want to be a Charlie's angel and you're in your 40s and you're slightly bigger than how they are, she was not skin and bones like them. She doesn't have a manager, she doesn't have contacts, she doesn't have connections. But she's a local model. How can you achieve? And imagine, most of the Victoria's Secret models or those girls, they are in their 20s, 16, 17, 18 onwards. How do you expect a 40-year-old Indian to be Victoria's Secret model? But no matter what I told her, she believed, I will achieve it. Fine. Well, that was many years ago. Today, Victoria's Secret is no longer there. Those angels, they are no longer there. It's disbanded. Has she achieved it? No. Did she believe she could do it? 100% yes. She challenged me that she'll achieve it. Didn't. I'm not in touch with her. But if I would get in touch with her, I'm pretty sure she would say, oh, my priorities have changed. I've got this as a successful career. Now I'm doing that. I'm doing this. She'll give all the other reasons. So does that make her a failure? No. It only proves one simple thing. You need to give yourself a deadline. And you need to know when to say, it's time to quit, yeah. Can't go on with this forever. That is where you're being realistic with yourself. Even for me, man, I have had to, over the years of being a young, stubborn brat, I have ultimately come to realize, there are limitations. You're human, not superhuman. Someone else's story is not yours. You need to be realistic about your goals. And yes, keep high goals. Something higher than your comfort zone. Much more higher. And work towards it. But give yourself a deadline. Don't keep saying, oh, I will do this, I will do this, I will do that. And there is no action, consistent action. And the second one is there is no timetable, there is no deadline. There is just forever. It's like a 16-year-old boy saying, I'll join the MBA. And now he's 50-year-old and he's still saying, I'll join the NBA. Come on, man. Anyway, I can tell you this much, that as you grow older, you become wiser. You learn to accept the things you can't change. And you, like that saying is, you tend to have the wisdom to know the difference. I can change something here, I can't change anything there. And then you become very realistic about life. And The day you understand that and make peace with it, that's the day you'll achieve a sense of joy and peace. You may not be very happy facing facts, but isn't it better than being in a, not illusion, I call it delusion. So yeah, be practical, be realistic, and hold yourself accountable to practical, doable, workable standards. Don't just keep going, in la la land. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? And yeah, if you want to say that I'm wrong and prove it with facts, maybe your story is inspiration, feel free, go ahead. I'm all ears. Alright? Guys, take care. It's me signing off. Ciao.